Michelin
cool.
restaurant.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on with you? Anything good?
Well, I picked up a listing this 2 weeks ago, a week
Good.
ago, and
Yeah.
hopefully this will be a better year than last year. I mean, last year was a disaster year for us, but
Oh boy.
we're still going in there. We're still prospecting on a regular. I mean, almost practically every single day,
Yeah.
and just doing the same thing.
Hmm.
The only thing that I'm not doing anymore is just not because I find it inconvenient is door knocking for whatever reason. It's just
I
like
don't
it
enjoy it.
cannot be consistent at it. It just
And you don't
it
get
takes
as many, right? You don't get as
yeah,
many people at home.
correct. And then
You have to walk, and then you have to get out, and maybe you get like a few contacts.
and then this time of the year it gets dark pretty early, and
So here's the deal. If someone came to my door and I don't know them and they look like a strange man or woman, I'm probably not going to answer.
you're not gonna answer the door.
Not a single.
Uh,
No.
typically if I would go, it would be more like the single family residence, not so much in
Mhm.
the townhouses or in condos, forget about that. In
Yeah.
townhouses, there's some communities that they're gated, so it's really hard. So I used to do that, but you know, just keep doing the same thing. We enjoying enjoying time, enjoying the good weather. There's
Yeah.
we
Are you
we're
bike riding again?
yeah, I started bike riding 2 weeks ago
Oh,
and
good.
last week. And this week I haven't done much bike riding yet because of
Mhm.
trying to. One thing that I'm trying to do is organize, which I have started doing that. I have not done is social media. So now I'm starting to pay more attention to that, building. Have learned to edit and build my
Yep.
website. So
Mhm.
organize all of that because it's just like we were not because of Mike Ferry's influence. We're not paying any attention to it, and then you send me that report, and then I read that he's definitely pushing more for us to get involved in social media.
I don't think it's him. I think it's his staff, probably.
His staff,
Yeah, I don't think it's him. I don't think he knows much about social media at all. But
well,
I think
I mean,
he's move with the
he,
times.
he does YouTube every week.
Yeah, but I think, it's not something that he really wants to be in, but he does it. Like he knows that that's another way to reach people. But I bet
Yeah,
you it's his wife that probably, says you got to be with the times. Get going.
correct. Correct. So, whether if it's with the times or whatever, but
Yeah.
so you look at yourself and you say, we need to spend more time in some organizing that makes a lot of sense, because if you're gonna hire somebody, most likely, if unless it's referred, most likely you're gonna wanna, if it is an attorney or someone professional, I mean, it's someone that is gonna paint your house, you're probably not gonna look them up on the web, but if it is somebody that an
Mhm.
attorney or somebody that you need some high level services, you're probably going to want to check them out and see what other credentials are like. So that's
Yeah.
why I figure
I mean,
like if I would do that, so would I, when I bought my car, I did some research on the web from other, people on the web, YouTube especially, and didn't pay attention to Instagram, but I've been hearing people, they're looking for people in Instagram and they see and they talk. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's really great exposure, but just as you said, I think people need all kinds of exposure from you. I'm not going to hire a realtor just from Instagram, but if I know of her, someone mentions her name or his name, and then I see, and then I'll look into their Instagram and I'll think, oh, okay, they seem really professional. I'm going to give them a call.
correct, correct. So I mean, you and I remember the days back in the 90s, 2000. There was nothing in YouTube, and there was no, so you were just like strictly going by what they were telling you. Somebody was telling you, and so things have changed. So you got to take advantage of these new media where social media. And then, of course, one thing that is really, really influenced my mind is what's going on in Ukraine, because if you think about it, this guy, the president of Ukraine, he spent a lot of time pushing social media, and that's where people are following him and following what's going on over there. And it's all through social media, because otherwise it would be just another one of these Takikistan countries over there that nothing is happening. I mean, who cares about that? But now it's really, the world is changing. So because of that, I think that things have really need to be different. So anyway, enough chatting. Let's go ahead. Any questions? Oh, I got some news. Check this out. Let me see if I can share my screen, because I did this, and let me see. I want to show you this. Okay, we had talked about this long time ago, but I was really not understanding it. So now this is different. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes, but I can hardly see it.
YouTube listing presentation?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. Okay, so what does that mean? I created a handle. The handle for our YouTube channel, which still have a lot of videos, which I'm not even going to worry so much about editing, but that's where they're going to be at. So if you, for example, want to pick up some of these recordings, I'm not all recording all the time, but if you want to pick up a recording for you to use in your website, or Instagram or Facebook or this and that, you can download it from there, and maybe, who knows, maybe you get picked up. Somebody wants to, they're from the Philly market, and
Mm-hmm.
they search you up and they see you role playing, and that's something that you will be able to refer, maybe, they'll use you, or I don't know, but at least you will be there. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's not spend so much time as I was at one time dealing with the videos, editing and stuff like that. But now I'm gonna try to make it quicker, simpler, and just post them there and move on. And if you want to watch them for your own learning, go ahead. But it's going to be there, and before anybody else takes it, because obviously this is a very powerful name where everybody looks at them. So now you're going to be able to search them up easier. YouTube at listingpresentation.com, listing presentation. And then and I don't know why I try to just use the search in the search bar in YouTube, just listing presentation, the handle at listing presentation, but it's not showing up. I don't know if it is supposed to work like that or it's not supposed, but at the handle, it's very unique. That it's nobody else can use that handle. It's already taken by us. So, okay, enough. Let's go back to the listing presentation and let's practice. Okay, here we are. Okay, Anne-Marie, you start.
Okay.
And we're gonna do the same thing we did last week. And remember, the idea here is use your closing lines.
Yep.
You have 30 of them, whatever, use them. But that's the idea, is to close and close and close.
Okay. Prab. Now that you've seen these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of $725,000. Will you, Prab, list your home with me for that price tonight?
Well, we really want 850, Anne-Marie.
You really wanted 750?
Yeah, 850. Yeah.
You wanted 850.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Prab, if I sell your home in the next 30 days, is that going to pose a problem for you?
And that won't cause any problem at all.
Okay. And Prab, how soon would you like a sold sign?
Well, sooner the better. I don't mind if you put it tomorrow.
Perfect. So all we need to do now is just sign the contract so I can get you to San Diego in the next 90 days.
Well, but the price at $775, I'm not that desperate to sell the home.
Okay. So Prab, what price do you absolutely have to have?
Well, I understand the market is shifted, interest rates gone up, this and that. But you know what? If you can get us somewhere between 825, probably I may let it go.
825. So based on that number, Prab, there are a couple of important questions I need to ask you.
Mhm.
Specifically, why do you feel your home is worth $50,000 more than your neighbors?
Well, we feel we put a new kitchen 5 years ago, and that had a lot of value. The top-notch appliances, and also flooring and the bathrooms. Everything is done over the past 5 years, so I think it's holds value about $25,000-$30,000 more than neighbors.
Okay. So, Prab, in today's market, with the competition and the comps that I've showed you, that means that you've simply brought your home up to selling standard. Does that make sense?
That makes sense,
All homes need a kitchen, right?
right?
And all homes are going to need bathrooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, Prab, if a buyer wants to buy your home and they decide they don't like the finishes that you chose for the kitchen, or they don't like the finishes that you chose for the bathroom, the moment they buy your home, they're going to get rid of it. How much is it worth then, Prab?
You're gonna get rid of this stuff? Wow. Well, probably nothing to them.
Nothing to them. Exactly. So, Prab, did you add those new appliances and redo the kitchen and your bathrooms for yourself or for the next buyer?
Oh, we did for ourselves.
For yourselves, exactly. So, Prab, let me ask you, when you are going down to San Diego and you're looking for an agent, do you want somebody that is persistent?
Yes, of course.
And do you want somebody that's aggressive?
Yeah,
So, Prab, do you want somebody like that selling your home?
of course.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we sign the contract so I can get you to San Diego in the next 90 days?
Okay. All right. Have you signed?
Perfect. Here's a
Beautiful.
pen.
So that's what you wanted me to do, or did you want to go further on the script?
Did beautiful,
Basically,
beautiful,
you did.
excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
good.
what you're trying to handle, right? The end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you did a good job.
Well, Faith, now that you have seen these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of $775. Will you, Faith, list a home with me for that price today?
You know, I really want to be at 850.
$850.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, ouch. So based on that, there are a couple of real important questions I have for you. Specifically, why do you feel your home is worth $50,000 more than your neighbors?
$75,000 more. I feel like, you know, the brand new kitchen, it's a gourmet kitchen, and we spent probably around 100,000 on it already. So I think just to adjust it, I really feel like that's going to probably get us the higher number.
Well, Faith, in today's market, that means you have simply brought your home to the selling standards, right?
Well, I mean, it's a much better kitchen than most houses in my development.
Can you sell a home without the kitchen?
No,
So
no.
all homes need a kitchen, right?
Yep.
So let me ask you a question. If buyer wants to buy your home, but they plan to get rid of the kitchen sooner the moment they bought it because of maybe they don't like the color, how
Mhm.
much is it worth then?
Well, that'd be crazy because it's beautiful, but it wouldn't be worth anything to them.
So did you add that kitchen for the next buyer or for your own enjoyment?
You know what, Prab, we definitely enjoyed it, but it's a very beautiful kitchen, so we figured that other buyers are going to love it.
Okay. And is that kitchen appreciated in the value over the 5 years or 3 years?
Um, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I guess if it's a 3 or 5 years old kitchen,
Mhm.
I don't think so much appreciated in the value. And if the buyers don't get to see the value in the kitchen, they may get rid of that. So, but you said you need to be in San Diego the next 60 days, right?
I do. Yep.
And how soon do you want to see the sold sign?
Well, I'd like it as soon as possible.
So if the home gets sold in next 3 weeks, will it cause a problem to anybody?
Well, I'm not going to give it away.
Well, we are not talking about the distressed market. If you knew that you're walking with the most market value and you were absolutely sure about that,
Hmm.
will you be happy with that?
Well, are you going to try your best to sell it at a higher number for me?
Absolutely. The sooner you sign the contract, here's a pen. I'm going to get on to this. Sign it.
What are we signing it at?
Well, 775.
Why don't we do 800,000 and I'll go ahead and sign the contract.
Well, I appreciate your kindness and being upfront to Faith. Let me ask you, if you were purchasing a home in San Diego, there are two similar homes that are on the market, one for
Mhm.
775, the other one for 800. Which
Yeah.
one would you buy?
I'm going to take the one for lower price because, it's very expensive out there.
Absolutely. So wouldn't you want to use the extra 25,000 to do what you wanted to the home?
Yep. Hmm.
So don't you think most buyers would feel just like you?
Yeah, I do.
So that's why I'm going to recommend still price 775. That's what the smart sellers do right from the beginning, right? So based on what we know, so do you want to list a home with me for that price today?
Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Hmm.
Okay, here's the pen.
Okay, awesome. Good job. All right. Hector, now that we've seen these prices, what price do you think we should use to create value in the eyes of a buyer and get someone to buy your home versus the competition?
Well, we want 775.
You want 775. Ouch.
Yes.
I'm going to suggest that we list at a price of 725 to get your home sold and get you to San Diego. Will you, Hector, list your home for that price tonight?
Well, not really. I'm not ready to, give the house away for that price. I mean, you're a wonderful agent. You've come with a great track record, but at 775, that's too low for us. I mean, at 725, that's too low for us.
Okay, so that's too low for you. And Hector, you do need to get to San Diego in the next 60 days, correct?
Correct.
And how soon do you want that sold sign in your yard?
Well, we want it as soon as possible because we need to be in San Diego sometime in the second quarter. And we've seen that the industry, the real estate market, it's slowing down. At least that's what we're hearing in the news. So,
Mhm.
we don't
Yes,
want to be stuck, but at the same time, I don't want to give the house away.
you don't want to give the house away, and you also don't want to be stuck here beyond the 60 days. So, Hector, are you looking for results versus excuses?
Yes, we need results. This time around, the house was on the market already for 6 months with another real estate
Mhm.
agent. It didn't work out, and then I received a bunch of phone calls, and fortunately you came along. You sounded really good. You sound like you know what you're doing, but before we had it at 825, we're already lowering the price $50,000.
You lowered the price, but did you get your home sold at that price?
No.
No. So, are you looking for someone with professional experience who knows how to negotiate and get top dollar for you for your home?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and you don't want to leave any money on the table, right?
Correct.
So let's do this,
But
Hector. Let's go ahead.
this house has a brand new kitchen, and we put this kitchen like about 3 years ago. and I don't feel like anybody's paying what the kitchen is worth.
Okay. And so, Hector, let's just back up a bit. What price do you absolutely have to have?
Well, at least a 775.
775. And you were just telling me or sharing with me that you think that is worth adding that extra $50,000 to your price
Correct.
tag. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And so,
Because
what I'm curious about now, did you put that kitchen? All homes need kitchens, right, Hector?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
have to say that all houses need a new kitchen. They need a kitchen.
kitchen. And so if a buyer were to buy your home and get rid of that beautiful kitchen that you put in, how much is it worth then?
Well, I don't know why somebody would do that. I mean, can they just go ahead and get another house, with the kitchen that they like? I mean, that's ridiculous that they're going to destroy this beautiful kitchen. I don't know who
Well,
would not want to have a green kitchen.
yeah, it's a beautiful kitchen, Hector. And if a buyer likes everything else about your home, but doesn't like the kitchen and it gets rid of that kitchen, how much is it going to be worth then?
Wow. Yeah, nothing. I guess nothing.
Right.
I
And
mean,
so
it's
I have to ask you,
crazy.
did you put that kitchen in for your enjoyment or for the next buyer?
No, we put it in because we wanted to enjoy the kitchen. We had no plans of moving anywhere, and then this opportunity came about, and then so we decided to go ahead and move to San Diego. But we had no,
Okay.
we've enjoyed the kitchen.
Okay. And you do have to be in San Diego in the next 60 days to start your job over there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. You're going to be buying there. If two homes came up and they're very similar, one home for 775 and another one for 725, which one are you likely to buy?
And we're talking about two identical houses because they're
Very
always different.
Well, there's always some differences, right? But let's say they're really of equal quality, and one is a higher price, but one's $50,000 less. Which one would you purchase?
No, I definitely would take the cheaper house, the 725.
Okay. Wouldn't you want to take that $50,000 and do what you wanted to do to the home?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Right. And don't you think most buyers would feel just like you?
Well, I guess they would, yeah.
So let's do this. Let's go ahead with my recommended price of $725. So based on what you know, are you ready to go ahead and sign the contract?
Yes, I guess I am ready to sign the contract. I need to move
Okay,
on.
excellent. Let's go ahead.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great job. Okay, great job. Okay, Faith, I'm gonna use you.
Mm.
Okay, Faith. Now that we have seen, wait a minute. Anne Marie, you haven't done the agent side, correct?
I did agent side first. I haven't done
Okay,
seller
you haven't.
side.
Okay, so Faith, I'm gonna use you. Okay, Faith. Now that we have seen all of these prices, okay, all these comparables, what price do you feel that we should use that would create enough value in the eyes of the buyer that will get someone to pick your home versus that of the competition?
I'd like to list it first at 775, Hector.
Okay, so you want to list it at 75. Okay, now that we have seen all of these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of 725. Faith, would you list your home with me for 725?
No, no.
No?
Mm-mm.
No, okay. So what price do you absolutely have to have?
I really want to sign it at 775, listed at 775, so that people are going to try to lowball me a little bit. So I want to be within that 750 to 775.
750, 75. Ouch. Okay. Now, how soon do you like to have your sold sign?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Mhm.
If we sell your home in the next 30 days, would that pose a problem for you and the family?
I don't think so.
No, you would be okay with that?
Yep.
Faith, and you said that you need to move to San Diego in the next 60 days, correct?
Yes, definitely have to be there.
Because you have
starting.
that new job and you have that new opportunity and yet everything is pretty much waiting for you in San Diego. Let's just go ahead. Let's sign the contract at 7:25 so I can help you get what you want in the time you want it. You want to go ahead and sign the contract?
I really don't, Hector. I just feel like my house is just better than the homes
But-
that I've already sold.
Okay, your house is better. Just curious, specifically, why do you feel that your house is worth $50,000 more than the next door neighbor?
It's got that great kitchen, and I have a really nice layout to my home.
Okay, so you have a nice layout and you have a new kitchen. Okay,
Mhm.
when you added that kitchen, did you add that kitchen for the next buyer or did you add it for your own enjoyment?
We try to be wise about our choices so that the next buyer would like it, but definitely we're enjoying our beautiful kitchen.
So did you enjoy your new kitchen?
I did. Mhm.
You did. Beautiful, excellent. So what happens if the next buyer comes along and they, for whatever reasons, they don't like the kitchen's layout and they need to change that and they get rid of all of that? How much is that worth?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be worth anything.
It won't be worth anything, correct?
Mhm.
So, but you want to move to San Diego.
Yeah, we definitely have to go to San Diego. Not
You
want.
have to go to
have
San
to.
Diego,
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm.
And you don't want the house to expire again like it happened just a few months back, correct?
No,
No.
I'm not going to do
And
that.
this time around, you want a proactive agent versus an agent like you had before, was not returning your call, was not doing anything to really help you out, correct?
Right. I know where you're going with this, Hector, but we did reduce our price to
You didn't
820.
reduce.
Remember?
Okay, you reduce it to
No,
775 from 825. Is that correct?
no. We reduced it from 850 to 825.
Oh, you reduce it from 815
Yeah.
to
So
825.
I'll come down to 775 is what I'm saying.
Okay, but it still did not sell. So let's just look at this scenario. If there were two identical houses when you moved to San Diego, okay, identical, very, very extremely similar, and you're just like deciding between one house and the other house, and you see one house is at 725 and another house at 775. Which of
Mhm.
the two would you pick?
Well, if everything is the same, I would probably pick the lower priced house.
You would pick the less expensive house, correct?
That's right. Hmm.
Yeah. Would you think that the next buyer, if there was someone similar to you, they would want to do the same thing and use that $50,000 extra and do to the house what they wanted to do the house?
I mean, I can see that people would.
You see that would be the case, correct? Why don't we just go ahead? Let's go ahead, put the house on the market at 725 because we're still pushing the high end at 725, and you
Mhm.
still want to move in San Diego in the next 60 days, correct?
I do.
Correct. Just go ahead, sign the contract so I can help you get what you want in the time you want it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Excellent job, everybody. I am a great listing agent.
I am a great listing agent.
I am a great listing agent.
I am a
great
great
listing agent.
I am a great listing agent.
I am a great listing agent.
Okay. Raise your arms, look to the sky, and with a big smile say, I'm a winner.
I am a winner.
See you next Friday.
Thank
Okay.
you guys. Have a
Take
great
care. Bye bye. See you. Great
Bye-bye.
job. Great job.